the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show. Let's start the show.
So you can't control the world. You can't control the excruciating minutia of tiny little things that go wrong and completely F your day. You can, however, control your reaction to it. But you know what? If you're like me, when you come into a studio and the effing mouse doesn't work on your computer, so you can't even log in, and you have no idea what the hell is going on, and you've been left to fix it yourself, and you're down on your hands and knees with a flashlight trying to do something that's not your job, you get a little testy. But like I said, you can't control what goes on in the world. You can only control your reaction. And I think I reacted rather well today by not ending anybody's life. We must never forget that we're in charge of our own destinies. I've noticed even people that claim everything is predestined and we can do nothing to change it look before they cross the road. Stephen Hawking. Funkhauser, what's going on in the news?
Well, I mean, usually I'm sad that we're not in the same room.
Yeah, not today.
Today, I think it's best you not see anybody. Go out and have some ice cream after the show.
I'm lactose intolerant. If I eat ice cream, it's really weird. If I eat ice cream, I'm going to, I shouldn't be more than 20 feet from a toilet at any stage in the next 48 hours, and I'll spend most of the time in the next 48 hours curled up in a fetal position going, why did I eat that half a scoop of ice cream?
What about
ice cream kicks my
gelato?
ass,
Can you eat gelato?
Is that water-based?
I don't know. I don't think there's milk in it, though.
I don't know. I think what's weird is, there's a type of frozen yogurt that I can eat.
Froyo?
Some sort of froyo. Yeah, I can eat that till the cows come home, and I feel fine, probably because no cows came home to make it, and it's completely non-dairy. But I don't know, you know how there's all these different froyo places where it's it's citrus flavored, and you can scoop gummy bears on it, and all. There's all these different froyo places, and I think some have a little bit more legit dairy content in their froyo than others. And I play froyo roulette if it's a new froyo place, because I'm just like, okay, let's see. This is in public. What's the closest public bathroom? Ooh, it doesn't look clean, but I really want some frozen yogurt. Let's roll the dice on this one. And it's weird because the reaction is instantaneous. 5 minutes after eating something that has that kind of dairy in it, I don't know what the hell it is, but I'll be clutching my stomach and running for the closest commode. Yeah. I will. Yeah. But what's weird is I can eat cheese all day long. Not a problem.
That
so
is
I don't know
weird.
exactly what it is, but ice cream rips my guts out. Certain types of frozen yogurt rips my guts out. Cheese, like the string cheese I have twice a day for lunch, not a problem. Maybe cheese has a binding agent in it or something, I don't know. But I don't get the screaming stomach pains associated with dairy when I eat cheese. I think it's basically because cheese is the most wondrous food ever created. I love cheese. Cheese is fantastic. Hey, thinking about cheese is actually talking me off the ledge this particular morning. Let's think about cheese for a second, and maybe we'll have an okay show. Talk about some cheeses, Funkhauser.
Gouda. Swiss. That's all I know.
Come on, there's got to be more than that.
American.
Oh,
American.
God, I don't even consider that cheese.
Mozzarella.
Yes. Now
Good
we're back
one.
on the right track. Feeling better. Thinking of cheese. Feeling better, thinking of cheese.
Parmesan.
Oh, that's good too. Not my favorite, but it's definitely good on certain foods. Mm-hmm.
Blue. Spelled weirdly.
Oh, with bacon on a cheeseburger. All right, I'm in my happy place. Let's continue with the news.
Well, Lady Gaga's in the news. She's joined the cast of American Horror Story Hotel.
Yeah, and I think they were going to bring her in for Freak Show. Too obvious. Too on the nose. Have to give her credit, though. First career move she hasn't stolen from Madonna. What else?
Did you see Madonna fall? Is that in the news today? She was at the Brit Awards, and she tumbled 20 feet, landed on her head, got up, kept singing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Usually when a senior citizen slips and falls, that means they're 6 months away from death. So I guess Madonna's death clock has now started running.
She wasn't wearing her necklace with the button on it.
Ah.
Another model claims Bill Cosby sexually assaulted her in 1984. Put the dippy in the spoon. Had a little tasty.
At this point, if you're a model from the 80s that hasn't been assaulted by Bill Cosby, clearly you were doing something very wrong. Coincidentally, 1984, also the number of Cosby accusers.
That's a prime number.
Yeah.
Canada has barred Chris Brown from entering the country.
Well, if I know Chris Brown, pretty sure he's going to be greeting this news with his usual tranquility and calm restraint. You know, you got to hand it to Canada. Think about what they've been doing over the past couple of years. They let Justin Bieber and Nickelback and Avril Lavigne out, and they won't let Chris Brown in. Canada, as it turns out, probably has great taste in music.
Vince Vaughn says he's appalled by how men treat women.
Yeah, I agree. Case in point, I know some who have even take women to see Vince Vaughn movies. You're not good lately. Did you? I loved Vince Vaughn, and
Not me.
it's almost like Chevy Chase syndrome. You know, it's like you used to be really funny. What the hell happened? I even like that Fred Claus movie.
That's our disconnect.
That's
right there.
Really?
Yeah. I'm a
You
hater
didn't like
and
Wedding
you're a lover.
Crashers?
No, for him, no. I mean, they could have casted 15 other dudes to do a way better job, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I would never call myself a Vince Vaughn fan, but there's some movies that he's done that, like, I don't know. Well, I thought Wedding Crashers was good. I guess we'll leave it at that.
It's
and
like-
Old School was good.
Every movie he does is the same thing. He's got one character, and you either like it or not, but, like, he doesn't have any range.
No, you're right. He is 100% hired to play himself in every movie. Like, I think that's a real... Whoa, what a cush gig. If you can get hired to play yourself, that's super awesome good times. It's like you're not even working. And you know what? I think, wasn't he the star of the remake of Psycho in the 90s? Like, I think he was, and I think that represented the last time Vince Vaughn was ever expected to play anything other than himself. Pretty cush gig. What else?
Kid Rock's in the news for some reason. He said, being a young grandpa allows him to keep up his, quote, redneck street cred, unquote.
Right. Also allowing Kid Rock to keep up his redneck street cred, literally everything else that he does.
How old is he and he's a grandpa?
Yeah, well, no, he had a kid pretty young, and his son is like 18, 19, and he had his son when he was 18 or 19 or something like that. I don't know. Kid Rock's in his early to mid 40s, and his son just had a kid, or his son's gonna have a kid. I don't know if he's a grandpa yet, but he's about to be. Have you ever seen Kid Rock's son wants to be what Kid Rock is? He wants to be a rapper / songwriter. And,
Really?
like, yeah, it's like, I don't know how much of a hand Kid Rock has in it, but I think Kid Rock's whole thing is like, you do it for yourself. I'll help you. I know how to write songs, and I can help you with that stuff. But if you want to be a musician, you gotta grind. And like Kid Rock does these cruises, like the Kid Rock cruise, and he would let his son get up and perform with him, and actually give him lessons on stage. And he'd be like, no, stop, do it again. From the gut, like his dad was schooling him on stage in front of a bunch of Kid Rock fans, which I guess is kind of an advantageous way to go into things. It's not like you have to meet a room full of strangers who are like, all right, I'm just waiting for the guys that are on after you. You better impress me, mofo. I mean, he's playing to an easier room than a lot of people have to start with, but doesn't look easy. And also, he doesn't seem to be... Like, you see him on stage, he doesn't look super confident. And then he does sort of like, he goes out and he does covers of his dad's songs. It's kind of weird.
I have one of my best memories surrounded by Kid Rock, unfortunatally.
Really? What memories?
I was in Santa Barbara working. I was like 19, and I got tickets to Kid Rock Powerman 5000 show at the Palladium in Hollywood. And it started like an hour after I got the tickets, so I had to fly down the freeway to see it, and it was like they were like really good tickets. And I sat next to Rob Zombie and Rod Stewart, and we actually had a conversation about architecture and French windows and stuff. And I was involved. I wasn't a listener. I was like, because that's where before radio I was into that stuff, so I knew certain words to throw in there.
That's
and
amazing.
I had like a good 5 minutes with those guys talking about non-music related stuff, which was incredible.
That is incredible. And you know what else would have been even more incredible? It did not happen, as it turns out. But I know the tour that you're talking about, and I was almost the opening act on that.
Oh, dude. Well, I would have missed you anyway, because I just barely got there for Act 2.
Yeah. No, it was like the Kid Rock Power Man 5000 tour, and we had the same manager as Rob Zombie and Power Man 5000, and we were going to go on it, and then our freaking guitar player went and got married or something like that, so like we missed it. So it was just, I don't know, but almost was on that tour. That would have been funny. You could have had
I bet I saw you a couple of
me.
times in my past.
It's
someday
possible.
we'll cross that.
Yeah, no, it's weird. But it would have been weird if, like, years later, you wind up working with the guy who, like, oh, this guy suck. When's the headliner gonna be on? I used to do this thing, and I used to get this, you guys suck. When's the headliner gonna be on? I used to do this thing, and we were like the best live band on the face of the planet. We really were. We didn't make a great record, but live, we were awesome. But I used to do this thing in the middle of the show where you take a drink of water and you just because you can't drink the whole thing and then continue to jump around on stage. I would whip the bottle into the audience, and usually I got like sort of this arc which would spray water over everyone. It wouldn't go, and there's always a certain contingent in the audience that don't care about the opening band. And I remember once, the bottle really got some hang time and almost made it to the soundboard. And this guy who couldn't have cared less about our show, I hit him straight in the head with it. And he didn't even know we were on stage. And he approached me about this after the show. The conversation did not go well.
With the feelings that are associated with the sad life that I'm bringing, the tears and the singing. Being alive isn't a gift when there's so much you have missed, and so little ring true. The words to you by the people you trusted, when it all came down to choosing your ideas, developing your fears. Wise boys, I always better be black light. Oh, with all the love I have, I'm still alone. There's feelings something I would never wish upon anyone. There's feelings something I would never wish upon anyone. Sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la, sha-la-la-la-la. La